Good morning, happy Saturday. So I'm headed to a birthday brunch for my friend's birthday and I want to do a get ready with me and just chit chat with you guys and catch up. I ended up going to the Sephora sale over the weekday with my sister, and so I feel like I picked up some really fun new makeup products, and so I want to use a lot of them in my makeup routine, so I thought it'd be fun just to chit chat with you guys and get ready. I am going to, let's see here. Let's get out. I think I definitely want to use my Huda Beauty Baby Bake. I want to use my Rare Beauty eyebrow gel. And then I think I want to use, I think this powder puff. And then a few of the other products that I have in here, I still have a little bit more of the minis left in my normal makeup bag, so I probably will wait to open the full size until I'm a little bit more low on the minis. I'm gonna start with my tried and true setting spray. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless, or what is it called? Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. So I always like to apply this before I start my makeup and just gives kind of a good little base. So I'm gonna let that dry. We're going to Lydia's Kitchen for brunch, and it's in Phoenix. I've heard a lot about it. I've seen it on TikTok and it looks so cute, and so I'm excited for that. I'm gonna go in with my Say Glowy Super Gel. This one is in the shade Sun Glow, and I got the full size of this. Oh geez, that just like sprayed everywhere. I got the full size of this at the Sephora sale, and I love this stuff so much. I feel like it's so good to wear underneath your foundation or even like your tinted sunscreen. I just think it gives such a nice kind of bronzy glow. It kind of reminds me of like the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops, but I just like to apply this all over my face and just give kind of an underglow to my skin. So we'll just apply that. I'm super excited. We're gonna go to have brunch, and I think they have coffee there and a little store, so we'll probably browse around the store, and then we are gonna go to the mall. I know she wants to go to the Sephora sale, and I think I need another bronzer, so I might pick that up, but that's the plan for the day. And then I think we'll probably, I'm not sure if we're gonna go to Fashion Square or where we're gonna go, but I am assuming that we'll probably stop into a few stores too. I really wanna go to Abercrombie because I think they're having a sale on their jeans, and I need to get some new jeans. I feel like jeans and bras are my two least favorite things to shop for, and so I think I just need to rip the bandage off and just go do it. So I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This one's in the shade Warm Beige, and I'm just gonna apply it to my brush again. Probably just a little bit. Over the past few weeks, I've been thinking about all the crazy things that's so different living in Arizona versus living in Washington. And one of the biggest things, well, honestly, there's so many big things that are just very different, but the mosquitoes. I know the mosquitoes have been worse, I think, this year than they have in the past like 7 years or something like that. I can't remember what my doctor that I work with said, but the mosquitoes have been super bad, and I swear every time I go outside I get at least like 3 mosquito bites, and I feel like it's really unfortunate because the mosquitoes love my blood, and so I feel like I'm always just getting bit. And the other day I was literally walking from our apartment parking garage back inside, and I was probably only outside for maybe like 3 minutes, and I got bit 3 times, 1 through my scrub pants and then 2 on my ankle right next to each other. And I just feel like that's so crazy because back in Washington, if you're just at your house, like, you didn't really get bit if you were like in your residential area. It was more so if you went out to like the country or camping by a lake, river, that kind of thing. So I feel like that's just so crazy. And we also were at my sister's a few weeks ago, and we were barbecuing. So we were just literally hanging out by the little outdoor table barbecuing, and I was getting eaten alive. I had to go inside after like 5 minutes because the mosquitoes were swarming out there. So It's just crazy. But, and then on the same topic of bugs, I can't believe the lizards here. When we first moved in, or I guess the first few months when we moved in, there was so many lizards on the side of the building, and there still is, but not as many as over the summer. But they literally will just like crawl all over the building, and at night you can see them just like, some of them are just like literally hanging out on the wall, and then other ones are just scurrying around. So I feel like that's crazy. And Maisie loves the lizards. We had a lizard get into our apartment. We were eating dinner one night, and she literally started going crazy at like the side kind of corner of the wall, and I knew that there was something there because she wouldn't just go crazy for nothing. And yeah, we ended up finding out that there was a lizard, and we saw it running to like the back corner behind our couch. We had to completely move our couch and deconstruct it, push everything over to try to get the lizard out, and we ended up using Tupperware to capture it, and then we just set it free outside. But that was a crazy experience. And then ever since that, Maisie's been so obsessed where she will just stand at the back door, literally looking and waiting for her lizard friends. So I feel like that's so crazy. We do not have lizards back home. Well, we have lizards back home, but they've never gotten inside. That's just not, they just haven't. And another crazy bug story is we had found 2 caterpillars literally just like in our kitchen on the floor randomly. And that was probably within the first few months that we lived here, and we haven't seen any since. But I just feel like that's so random to see caterpillars and lizards in your apartment. So, I mean, I would take that over spiders, but still not really a fan of the bugs. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty Baby Bake. This one is in the shade Peach Pie, and I just got the mini of it. I wasn't sure if I wanted the peach pie color or the banana cream, I think. This one is a little bit more pinky. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's a little bit more pinky. The other one is more of like a yellow kind of tone, but I've tried this one because my sister has it, and so I thought I would just play it safe and get one that I've already tried. I think maybe I will eventually get the other one to try that color. I'm not really sure if online it says like the perks of the different colors or what, so I probably should look that up and see. I'm just gonna use the cutest little puff that came with the powder, and I think I'm just gonna literally like dab it in like that. Oh yeah, that's so cute. This is so tiny. I feel like anything mini is just so fun. So I'm just gonna put this under my eyes, pretty much where I put my concealer, and then in my T-zone to de-shine everything. And then another crazy thing about Arizona that I just most recently actually realized, because we did not change our clocks back for daylight savings, but I love not having daylight savings. It's actually so crazy because Mondays are my late days at work, and we get off at 6. Sometimes we get off a little bit early, so maybe like 5:45, and the sun is just setting at that time, and so you can still see outside. It's not pitch black, but it's just so crazy because back in Washington, I think once you change your clocks, it gets dark at like 4:15, and I mean like pitch black dark. So you'll get off work and you literally won't be able to see anything outside. Like, it'll be so dark and it's freezing. And so it's just so crazy here because you literally get off work, and even on my late days, sun's setting and it's warm. Lately it's been like in the 80s, so I feel like that's just so insane for November. It's my first time living somewhere that's warm in the, or just I guess warmer climate, and so it's just amazing that it's literally November and it's still 80s. I feel like I just love the warmth so much, and yeah, it's just, I don't know, I love it. I'm gonna go in with my Hoola Benefit bronzer. I want to get a new bronzer because I've used this one for so long. I really wanted to get the NARS bronzer from Sephora, but I wasn't sure what shade I needed, and so I waited to see what shade my sister had. So I think she has Laguna 3. So I might get Laguna 3, or maybe I need the darker one. I'm not really quite sure. I might have to go look and see if they have it in store and then swatch it on my hand maybe. But I'm just gonna bronze up. And then actually I just realized I probably should have done my cream blush before, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna do a combination. So I'm gonna do a little bit of the Rare Beauty cream blush. This one is in the shade Worth. And then I think I might try to go over it with my Merit cream blush and kind of mix the two colors and see what I think. So I've been really into blushes. I feel like it just gives such a pretty kind of pinky tone to your cheeks and just gives some fun kind of life and color to your skin. So I've been really liking to try new blushes. I've been liking to mix blushes, and yeah, I feel like cream products are so perfect too because they don't make your skin look dry. I feel like the cream products just really enhance kind of your skin glow. So just gonna blend that, and then I'm gonna go over with the Merit. Dang, okay, I can't find it. I don't know where it's at right now. So I'm just gonna go over with a powder blush, I think also. So this one's the compact of the shade Worth. So I'm just gonna go over the top with the same color, but in the powder product. I need to find where that Merit one went. I don't know if it's in my second bin of makeup when I was cleaning stuff out, but I don't think I see it in my base makeup bag. I really want to get a different makeup bag. I was really liking this one, but sometimes I just feel like it's such a bottomless pit of makeup where it's hard to find stuff, and I feel like stuff gets easily lost. And then your brushes are on the bottom, so I feel like a lot of the times I have to like hold the top just to be able to flip over and get what brush I need. So I feel like sometimes that kind of sucks because then my makeup literally will spill out of the side, and so it's just kind of a pain in the butt. I'll probably try to look online or maybe on Nordstrom's. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do some research and see what kind of makeup bag I want to change to. I'm gonna do, let's see, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of highlighter actually. I'm gonna go in with my Jaclyn Hill highlighter palette. This is just a nice, this is just a nice gold bronze, and I'm just gonna do a little bit on my cheekbones, and then a little bit on my nose and my lip. And then I'm gonna go do my brows, and I'll be back when they're done. It's just, I hate doing my brows. It's such a pain, and I feel like it takes so much concentration. So I'm just gonna do it off camera, and then I'll be back and show you guys the products that I end up using to do my brows. I just quickly finished my brows. I used the Morphe eyebrow pencil. This one's, I think, the definer pencil, so this is a little bit thicker than the micro tip pencil, but this one's in the shade Java. So I just quickly kind of did my brows. I need to pluck them and actually like trim the hairs around them later, but that's just gonna have to do for now. And then I actually wanted to do this on camera because this is gonna be my first time using the Rare Beauty Brow Harmony Gel for your eyebrows. This one's in translucent, so I think I'm gonna try to brush them down and then brush them up. That way the gel gets more in all of the little hairs, and so they stay more in place. I feel like I've been having such a hard time finding the right eyebrow gel because a lot of them don't want to keep my brows up. Like after I feel like a few hours, the front parts of my brows right here just start to drop, and then yeah, the hairs just don't stay in place. So I feel like maybe brushing them down first will help get the product all throughout my brows. But so far, I feel like this is holding my brows really well. Like honestly, I think this is holding it the most that any brow gel has ever held them. So I love that. That's always good. Like you can kind of see that they're just a little bit more lifted. Cool, awesome. So that's just gonna be the quick brow routine for the day. I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeshadow, and eyeshadow and lipstick is my favorite part of any makeup routine. So I think I'm just gonna go in, this is my newest palette that I've got recently. It's the Pillow Talk Luxury palette by Charlotte Tilbury. This one's my new go-to palette. So I'm just gonna start with a little bit of this light pink, and I'm just gonna put that all over my lid. I feel like the pink gives a nice base, and I feel like this palette is just so pretty and girly and still a little bit natural, but I just love the pink and the shimmer girly vibes. And since this is a daytime look, I don't think I'm gonna do too much of the dark color on here. I think I'm gonna do just enough maybe to give a little bit more shadow and depth, but I don't wanna do too much since we are going to brunch and this is just a daytime look, not a nighttime look. So I'll go in with a little bit of that dark one, and I'm just gonna really focus that on kind of the outsides of my eyes to give depth to my eyes. So I think just like that, I'm gonna keep it very simple. Perfect. And then I'm gonna go in with a combination of the two glitters. So the top one's a lot more fine glitter, the bottom one is a little bit more chunky glitter. I'm gonna do just a little bit of both and focus that on the inside corners of my eye. And then I'll just kind of blend it out a little bit to the outside. And then last thing, I'm gonna go in with a more kind of like small compact brush, and I'm gonna do the darker color just right under my kind of eyes to give a little bit of color under there. This is just my Morphe flat brush. I'm just gonna go in with this and dip it into this dark color and just a little bit under my eyes. Now I'm gonna do my Stila liquid eyeliner. I'm just gonna do a quick small wing, and this is just gonna really open up my eyes and kind of like lift my eyes also. For the day, and I'm just gonna go in with my setting spray one more time. I'm gonna spray this all over and I'll let this dry, and then I'm just gonna go in with my mascara. I'll do a lippy, and then the makeup will be all done. This is my Milani tubing mascara, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this to all of my lashes. My lashes do not curl, so I don't really pay much attention to them. Sometimes I'll do fake lashes on them, but for everyday wear, I just do a quick layer of mascara and call it good. And then I think for my lip combo, I'm gonna do my Rare Beauty lip oil. This one's in the shade Delight, and I'm gonna go over it with my Rhode Peptide lip tint. This one's in Toast. So I'm gonna just apply a little bit of this lip tint first. I feel like this gives a nice little bit of color, but I don't feel like it's hydrating. So I feel like if you need like a chapstick or something a little bit more hydrating, I feel like this dries on your lips pretty quick. So I'm gonna try the lip oil, let that dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna go over it with my lip gloss and see if that kind of helps keep them hydrated. So oh yeah, that's pretty. I feel like that's a very subtle lip color, but that's a very nice like everyday wear, or even just to go run errands. I feel like this is a really nice lip combination. So that's gonna be the makeup for the day. I'm gonna go curl my hair, and then I'll be back to show you guys kind of the final touches and the final look. This is the final hair and makeup for brunch. So this top is from Nordstrom's. My jeans are Topshop, and then my shoes are my Jessica Simpson flats. Thank you guys so much for watching my Get Ready With Me. If you guys like this video, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.